What's poppin', ladies and gentlefish? It's Panana, and today we are actually going to go into Regulation C for the first time ever. We're rocking with Abomasnow, Iron Bundle, we're gonna spam some blizzards, we got Chi-Yu to help lower special defense, we've got Fluttermane who can take advantage of that, but we didn't forget about the physical attackers, of course. We've got Corviknight in there, and we've got Slitherwing, who is actually a monster. Slitherwing is actually really kind of impressive. He's got great coverage for this new meta. Obviously, we're going to have to do these games on casual since the new series hasn't officially dropped yet, but a lot of people are practicing in casual with the new series Pokemon, of course. This team is from Winter Knight. He loves his weathered teams. He's a really awesome dude. And as you can see, this is another weathered team. He's got winter in his name, so you can imagine he enjoys the weather. So if you guys are excited to see Series 3, Chi-Yu and Slitherwing, go ahead, drop a like, leave a sub, drop a comment, and let's hop into these matches. All right, so we got our first game in here. We do see another Chi-Yu. They don't have like any special attackers, which is very interesting that they would choose to have Chi-Yu without any special attackers. Now they do have the option of Tailwind, so do we. The thing is, Corviknight is gonna be pretty important against Garganacl. So what we have to do is actually take out their Talonflame first. I think the best way to do that might honestly be Bundle. Chi-Yu does apply some decent pressure, but not really into a lot of their Pokemon, honestly. Chi-Yu is not really putting pressure on most of their Pokemon. He's good for Brute Bonnet, but I can also definitely bring Mischievous for Brute Bonnet. I think I'm going to bring her first and just Power Gem turn 1. I think I also might want to bring in... Honestly, bringing in Corviknight does not sound bad either. That way I can start with the bulk ups and whatnot. Slitherwing is still pretty good into their team though. I think Slitherwing has to come to this battle, and we'll round it out with Delibird, Iron Bundle, just because he's got a lot of power behind him. We're going to leave Chi-Yu behind though. We're going to check out Slitherwing and the rest of the team here. I don't know why I keep stuttering when I say Slitherwing. All right, so they got the pants with the socks. You know what I'm saying? Anytime you see the pants with the socks, I didn't even think about Dugtrio, honestly. I was like, that's not even a Pokemon, though. Like, it's legit not even a Pokemon. They're probably going to want to Terrestrialize, right? And if they do, I still feel like a Dazzling Gleam feels pretty good. I could also just go for the Power Gem. The thing is, if I go for Power Gem, then that just kind of leaves me open to Dugtrio just doing whatever it wants to do. So I am going to Gleam here, and I'm actually going to Tailwind because they have some pretty fast Pokemon. They have some pretty fast Pokemon. A Bulk Up would also be amazing against this team, but we're going to go for the Tailwind number 1. Number 1 priority. Let's get this speed going, see what they're trying to do, and counteract against it. So the Power Gem definitely still would have been really nice, but we do get some nice damage into Dugtrio, and we're going to avoid these Rage Powders a bit here. Oh, they're going for Stealth Rocks. That's pretty fun. That is actually very, very fun. You don't see Stealth Rock too much anymore. I like that. I really like that. So another Dazzling Gleam honestly sounds still pretty good. I'm not opposed to that. I don't think that they can one-hit KO me. I could Terrestrialize. Is there anyone else who needs a Terra? Terra Fire or Terra Ice? We're probably not going to use those. But at the same time, we'll hold off because they do have a couple more fire types in the back. We got our Tailwind off. I'm actually going to go for a Bulk Up first. Okay, that's a fine play. So it's really good that we went for the Bulk Up, because we probably weren't going to KO Brute Bonnet in one hit anyway. And this just makes sure that all their physical attackers in the back can't do much to me. I think at this point we got to think about getting Fluttermane on out of here, though. Slitherwing is actually a pretty good swap for Flutter right now, but Slitherwing can't do a whole lot into Brute Bonnet. Okay. Did we at least... We got the bulk up off, right? Yep. So we got the bulk up off. We are asleep, though. And they're just going to sleep us out. I could go for the KO onto Dugtrio right now just to stop any more Stealth Rocks from happening. And that honestly sounds pretty good. Because they can't double protect here. And I'm okay with them sporing me again. But the double Stealth Rocks could actually be like a lot more damage than we expect Dugtrio to be doing. So we're going to hold off. We're going to take another Spore. Or a Body Press. That's not doing anything though. But it's good to see their colors, you know what I mean? Now we definitely don't go into the Steel Terror, though. If Fluttermane can get a one-turn wake-up somehow, like, we're in business. But again, their Brute Bonnet is honestly pretty powerful right now. I wonder if they brought Chi-Yu in the back? Yep, there it is. Yu-Yu, Chi-Yu in the back. Ready for action. We're going to have to terrestrialize into the fire type. And we're going to just have to start Brave Birding here. Mainly because our special defense is shot with Chi-Yu on the field. And the Terrifier is going to protect us a bit from these heat waves. I guess it wouldn't have been a terrible idea to bring in Slitherwing at this juncture now. Ah, that would have been a really great idea, actually, because then I would have had first impression as well. Alright, so 2 turns of sleep. It will be waking up very soon, though. Woo! With 1 bulk up, we can knock out Chi-Yu in 1 hit. The Tailwind going ham. The bulk ups going even hammer. Trailblaze is going to come out. That's important, because it is going to increase his speed, and my Tailwind is gone now. I think we just kind of sack Flutter, depending on what their last Pokemon is. Yeah, Flutter's getting sacked. And unfortunately, they are actually able to start bothering me with more of these pesky spores. So I think honestly what I want to do again is just Tailwind. Because hear me out. If I get Spored, I get Spored. If I get the Tailwind off, that means next turn I can't get Spored without getting another attack in. So that's the plan. Trailblaze is still going to pop. They are getting faster and faster and faster and faster and faster and faster and faster, though. I think we bring out Slitherwing, go ahead for the close combat. The thing is, with Brute Bonnet on the field, okay, so they could actually get a crit at any moment, which is kind of problematic with that. Okay, so what we do now, we got Tailwind up. Honestly, I think we just bring out Bundle, because now we know for a fact that we outspeed, because Bundle has booster energy plus Tailwind. We know for a fact that we're outspeeding. And we just go ahead and take out the Bonnet with a Freeze Dry. And I think a Roost sounds like a better play than anything. Mainly because I could go for a Bulk Up, but if they get a critical hit, then I'm in a weird position. So Freeze Dry is not doing enough, honestly. Woo! And that is a 1-hit knockout. That's pretty not good. Pretty not good. He also outspeeds everybody on my team now. So what we have to hope is that a first impression can actually knock it out somehow. So Night Slash is going to pop. We are still staying alive pretty good here, though. Okay. We got first impression. That's not great. First impression is going to pop and might knock it out. I think I'm going to bulk up just to be safe, though. Oh, no. No. Because if he spores, then he could actually win this game. So I'm going to actually double into him just to make sure that we get the KO. First impression is going to pop. He's not going to be able to spore. him before he attacks. And so the best thing that they could do is actually spore my Corviknight. They are actually faster at this point. Ah, that does such a close amount of damage. Yeah, that was the best thing that they could have done. Not mad at it, though. The problem is, they can just spore me to the high heavens at this point. Ugh, this is such an ugly play, or an ugly game to play. Alright, so... I wonder if Flame Charge would have just been the best option there. Okay. Well, we eventually have to Brave Bird him. We survive somehow. That's pretty nice. Close combat should knock this out unless it's sashed. It is not. So we're in a position now to win because they can't knock out Corviknight. They just can't. They literally just can't. I'm surprised that they didn't go for the Spore onto that. I guess they assumed that I had safety goggles. But not today, Chief. Not today. No safety goggles today. All right, so pretty much GG's. We just continue to attack and attack and attack and attack. They have no moves that can knock out Corviknight. Not a single move that is going to knock out my Corviknight. And eventually we're going to wake up. And they can't spore us. It's not this turn, guys, but it's going to be the next turn. Yeah, that does nothing with our defense boost. Just one bulk up on the Corviknight just does enough. Corviknight honestly carried. Corviknight low-key carried. Their Brute Bonnet kind of carried a little bit with his spores, but Corviknight truly carried on that match. We brought the right Pokemon, guys. We brought the right ones. GG's to my opponent. Wow, Vivillon. We love to see it. Vivillon does not have the sun with it. I thought Vivillon was like a... Oh no, Vivillon is just naturally super fast. That's what it is. Okay. So in that case, honestly, I kind of want to bring Bundle and Abomasnow as a lead. The thing is Golden Go, right? That is a little bit of a problem. I could bring out Corviknight, but I just think Corviknight is a little bit threatened by a couple of their Pokemon, being like Bundle and Arcanine. First impression on you is kind of nice. It is kind of nice, but Arcanine, again, Arcanine. So maybe we bring out you, bring out you in the back. Is Abomasnow in the back really the best option? What does Abomasnow do for us, actually? Hold on. Abomasnow does not actually KO anything. It just gives us Blizzard. So let's bring Chi-Yu. Let's let Chi-Yu get some action this game. Chi-Yu can actually line up pretty decently against these guys. Actually, hold on. Hear me out. Chi-Yu lines up better than some of our other Pokemon. Yeah, that's the wave. And I still kind of want to bring Slitherwing. He's got Assault Vest. He's got nice coverage. Corviknight is cool, but eh. All right, let's get it done. Let's get this thing on and popping. Debo. We got Debo on the block. If you guys have never seen the movie Friday, Debo was like a villain. Not a villain, but he was a bully. I like the colors of their team already. Okay, so now I gotta decide who I hit first. I kind of hate Bonnet, but we can actually Heat Wave and Freeze Dry. So, let's just double up. Let's just double up. Do I need Terra right now? I'm like, who else needs a Terra? We got Steel Terra, don't need that. Well, we might need Steel Terra. We'll hold off. We'll hold off on the Terra. Let's go for Freeze Dry, let's go for Heat Wave, and let's just pop them up real quick. All right, who's coming out here? Who is taking these attacks? Oh, okay, Arcanine is not gonna mind a Heat Wave. He's not gonna mind a Heat Wave, but we don't mind Intimidate, you know what I mean? So that was kind of an unfortunate time for them to have to bring out Arcanine, I think. Arcanine might have Snarl pressure, but honestly, we have a lot of offensive pressure going into them. The fact that they terrestrialize does not help them too much unless they get a one-hit KO with an E-Speed, which I guess could be possible. I hope that they're spec'd out to not die. There we go. Yeah, because Iron Bundle has like 114 base defense. All right, so we break the scale, but goodness gracious, that did nothing. Oh my gosh, the burn is... Oh no, I feel so bad for them. Honestly, I was just going to swap out into Flutter Mane and avoid the E-Speed anyway, but the burn takes them out. Plus, the burn was going to make sure that we survived another E-Speed. That was honestly kind of painful for my opponent to see. My bad, dude. Or gal. That was not cool. And it would have been nice to swap into Flutter Mane, because then I would have had access to Power Gem. Like, I would have went kind of crazy real quick. So Bundle's going to come on out here. Just going to see the light of day. Their bundle is not faster than mine, though. Their bundle did not do a speed proc. So I'm going to do an Icy Wind. And I think I'm going to have to go for a Dark Pulse for maximum damage into Bundle. They might protect Bundle. Okay, good. I was thinking, I was like, if you bring out Bundle, you want that damage down. I don't feel like they're gonna... Oh, I should have terrestrialized Chi-Yu. Whoops. Chi-Yu's gonna... Ooh, never mind, never mind. That's what I was thinking. I was like, do I need to terrestrialize Chi-Yu? Bundle does not have the best special defense. Chi-Yu is kind of powerful. Bundle, you did your job. You honestly did your job. You did your job. The Icy Wind was clutch. You broke the multi-scale. You damaged Arcanine with the recoil damage a bit. We take all of those. We honestly take all of those. I think I want to bring in Flutter Mane. Just go for the Power Gem. Knock this guy out. If they bring in Golden Go, we go for Dark Pulse on it and take a win. Golden Go is like, I feel like the only main threat that they have. I don't remember anything else that they might have in the back that would actually help them right now. Better not be Vivillon. Oh yeah, that's right. They had Brute Bonnet from before. Yeah, Brute Bonnet. Oh god, Brute Bonnet does not want to be here right now. Yeah, it feels pretty safe to just Power Gem and Heat Wave. I don't know this. Oh, okay, never mind. I was about to say I don't know the speed interactions between Chi-Yu and Flutter. But I know Flutter is not max speed, so I assume Chi-Yu might be actually faster. But I don't think the Chi-Yu is max speed either. I'll upload the Pokepaste along with the, creator. Hey, we got Ting Lu in the matchup. We also see a Palafin, so I think we definitely have to bring Deli just to threaten the Palafin and the Amoonguss and the Arcanine. What type is Ting Lu? Oh god, I don't even know. Ting Lu, Dark and Ground. So we threaten him too. Fishy does not really threaten it. I could bring in Flutter, or I could just bring you in. That sounds pretty good. That sounds pretty good to me. And then lastly, we'll probably bring you for the first impression things. We can get ahead of Palafin potentially. And lastly, I guess Flutter Mane is not bad. Is Chi-Yu not coming? Chi-Yu is weak to Palafin, who's definitely coming. He's weak to Flutter, kind of, sort of. Chi-Yu is actually really good for Amoonguss, though. Yeah, hold on. I'm actually going to bring Chi-Yu. Baxcal is a huge threat, but we do have close combat for it. I'm just like, are we putting too much pressure on Slitherwing with this combo? Are we putting too much pressure on Slitherwing? That's the only reason why I was like, maybe Flutter should come just to help with like Baxcal. But we'll see, we'll see. They might even just terrestrialize Baxcal anyway, so Flutter wasn't really going to help that much, you know what I mean? So this is pretty expected. Honestly, what I'm about to do is just double Blizzard. I'm about to double Blizzard because they can't do anything about it. They're probably afraid of a freeze dry here, but I can just double blizzard and just smack whatever wants to come in. I could... Oh, I don't have any water attacks. Whoops. I thought I had hydro pump on this. Okay, so that's actually not good to see a whatchamacallit. Do I Aura Veil turn 1? Yeah, I think Aura Veil on turn 1 actually sounds really quite good and safe. Aura Veil turn 1 feels really, really good. It just protects us a little bit more, you know what I mean? Make sure the Baxcal isn't doing much. The Blizzard is not doing anything. Baxcal has Glaive Rush, which is the biggest threat right now. Rock Slide is not great. But that did nothing. Rock Slide did actually, like, absolutely nothing. I think I can hold off on the Terrestrialization because Big Bam might want it. Somebody in the back might want it. And what I can do is... Why does it say Giga Drain is super effective? Oh, because it is on Ting Lu. Yeah, I like that. I like that. I like getting a little health back on Ting Lu. Ouch. That did not do much because of the Aura Veil, because of the Hail, because Iron Bundle has so much defense naturally. Oh man, that was actually kind of painful for him, huh? Heavy Slam is going to run me up a bit. Okay, so now I still want a Blizzard. I'm just like, do I call the swap and freeze dry? Because if they don't swap, I don't know if that last attack did enough. I don't actually know if that last Giga Drain quite did enough. And yeah, most Baxcaliburs would much rather protect than swap and let their teammate take a hit like a Blizzard that I've been spamming right now. So I understand it. I totally understand it, my friend. I guess I could have saved the Blizzard and just freeze dried anyway. That's perfectly fine. We're still in a pretty good position. And the snow should be up for a while because I believe this Abomasnow has Light Clay. Arcanine is not our friend. Arcanine is not our friend. He is not our friend. Well, in that case, I think. We could swap in Chi-Yu. How much defense do you have? Nah, Chi-Yu is just a little bit scrawny on the defense. I think, honestly, a Blizzard feels fine. How fast are you, Chi-Yu? 154 max speed. 113. And 112, but you were outspeeding the Baxcal, so... Were you outspeeding the Baxcal? Let me go for an Icy Wind first. And then a Blizzard. Icy Wind Blizzard! Because we're still going to have Aura Veil up. They might not even KO us, you know what I mean? Let's just make sure that they're slow. Get another Blizzard in. Maybe we get a freeze after all these Blizzard attacks. Honestly, we kind of deserve a freeze at this point. That's okay. That's okay. That is okay. I maybe could have Terra'd, but I forgot what Terra he was anyway. And like I said, I kind of wanted to save it for late game just in case. Glaive Rush not gonna knock out. Nope. No siree. Oh, it was Terra Water. Okay, so I definitely coulda, shoulda, woulda Terra'd there. Big Fish coming out. This is big knockouts coming out. Big Fish and big knockouts here. We're just gonna go for a Blizzard. Guess what, guys? Another Blizzard is coming through. Okay, they have Palafin in the back still. So I actually definitely want to tear my fish. But I'm gonna big Blizzard coming out. And I'm going to Dark Pulse for maximum damage onto Arcanine. No, why would you protect the Arcanine? Don't protect the Arcanine. Oh, Ice Shard. Oh. Wait, Baxcal is faster? Oh. Oh, Ice Shard still does no sort of damage because the Glaive Rush didn't do any damage. Ice Shard just took me from 9 damage down to 4 damage. I'm not gonna lie, that was a good call by them though. But because of the Hail, my defense is increased. And because of the Aura Veil, my defense is increased. Alright, so the Hail and the Aura Veil do wear off. Uh-oh. Ruh-roh. Palafin. Palafinian. Alright, well, on the bright side, Palafin has to choose here. I think getting a speed drop on Palafin might be pretty good. And I do want to Dark Pulse the Palafin. Or do I go for the Arcanine? He's got Flare Blitz, but I'm not super worried about that. I don't love his extreme speed option either. Yo, the Aura Veil popping off though. Like, yo, Abomasnow really did his thing. And yeah, if I would have terrestrialized him, all it would have did was allow him to survive a couple more turns, get a couple more blizzards off. But at the end of the day, it wasn't going to do much. I knew for a fact that this was going to protect, bruh. I knew it was going to protect, bruh. It had to. It literally had to protect right there. So not my ideal play. Definitely not my ideal play. I think, you know what? I was playing backwards, guys. I was playing backwards. Normally what I'd like to do is think about what my opponent's best play is and then counter their best play. But this time what I did was think about how I can win the game in one turn. So that's fine. We do still have First Impression. We do still have Dark Pulse that can still hit him. Pretty good. Pretty good. And yeah, this still should be GG's. It still should be GG's. Palafin might actually be faster at this juncture though, because I didn't have a chance to Icy Wind it. So we'll see. We shall see. And it also depends on how much damage Chi-Yu can do. Because if Chi-Yu can just knock out Palafin in one hit, oh my goodness, that would be kind of insane. So First Impression is going to pop, so we are... Oh, it was not a knockout, though. Wave Crash. Okay, so now, next turn, what I'm actually going to do is Protect. Protect them up. Oh, snap. Palafin was damaged by Recoil. So they have Flare Blitz. That's going to do some decent chunks of damage. That could actually knock out Chi-Yu. Hear me out. Depending on how the Arcanine is trained, that could knock out Chi-Yu. No burn, 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 no burn. Whew. Okay, we win. No burn because, man, no. My hands got a little sweaty there. They got a little clammy there. I was like, oh man, we just burned somebody earlier today. Oh. Chi-Yu faints though. This was the closest match like I've ever had. Nice. I could have played a little better on at least one turn. GG's to my opponent though. Poetry snaps to them. That was a great game. Thank you for that. All right, y'all. So that is the team. Of course, all of the info will be down in the description for the team. And I think it just goes to show that Rock Slide spam, Blizzard spam, and you know what I mean? Like just toxic spam in general, like Mortal Spin with Glimora is still very, very good for this series. Yeah, aside from that, you guys saw how great the team was. If you saw the battles, nothing more to say about that. Definitely check out Winter Knight's channel. Definitely enjoy my channel some more too. We got a lot of videos out. And let's all get excited for more Series 3, Regulation C, whatever we're calling it right now. I don't think there's a clear consensus. I think like 80% is calling it Regulation C, but that's it for the video, guys. I really enjoyed your company, and definitely leave a like, comment, or a subscription, and have a wonderful rest of your day. Peace.